Me, 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 me. Some of you who wakes up in the morning or talking to other people and you're like, oh, I have nothing to prove. I'm living my life for me. I don't live it for anyone else. Don't bother me, bro. You know what I'm saying? You have nothing to prove. You are God's creation. You have this beautiful life. You have these beautiful children. You have these beautiful sisters and brothers. You have this beautiful family that lies in front of you. You are God's creation. You have this life for free. You just live this life. You think you have nothing to prove. Yes, you do. You have to prove to God His investment in you are not in vain. Don't just wake up thinking that you have nothing to prove. Yes, you do. If I see someone who actually wake up thinking, I have nothing to prove to the world, yes, you do. You have to prove that the Spirit of God is lies in you. You have to prove every day, wake up thinking that I have to do good. And it's not an easy thing to do good. And you have to do good. Doing good is not easy. You have a lot to show. You have a lot to prove. You have a lot to do. Not just to yourself. Number one thing, to God. Number two, to yourself, because you have self-reflect, self-accountability, and self-respect. If you respect yourself, you know for sure every day you wake up, you have something to prove. And you have to show that you have something to prove to your family, to your friends, to everyone that's around you. You have to prove them. You have to prove that I have to be a good person. You have to prove that I'm not selfish. You have to prove that I have a quality life. I have to set boundary and an example that lies in front of the next generation to come. I have to set a bar so high I can show my God within me so others can see God is in me so they can worship Him the way I do. You have nothing to prove? Yes, you do. The moment you have a friend that says, I have nothing to prove, even if you're the richest man alive, let's just say you're not spiritual. Let's just say you're some random guy or random girl who just walked through life. You still have something to prove because you have these parents, these beautiful parents that loves you, that give you life. All of us have something to prove. The moment someone says, I have nothing to prove, because that person is lazy and selfish. Do not put yourself with these people. They're gonna drag you down the same way they are. Because if you can't influence them, guess what? They're going to influence you to be lazy, to be selfish, to not be self-accountable, to don't have any discipline, to wake up every day with purpose. They're going to drag you the same way they are depressed. They're going to drag you the same way. They're going to take an anti-medication for some whatever. They're going to drag you the way the downfall with them, pitfall they are. They're going to drag you down. So do not talk to them. If someone tells, oh, I have nothing to prove, bye. I'm not talking to you. Because you are cancer to what my life wants to become. You are the next bad thing that I know that's going to happen soon. I don't want to deal with you. You always have something to prove. I have things to prove to my son that I can be a good father. I have to prove to my sister that I can still be a good brother. I have to prove to my family that I'm a good person. They can count on me anytime. Because living with the idea you have something to prove, that help you to gain the fear of God. You know there are certain things you shouldn't do. And anyone who walks through life knowing that he doesn't have any boundaries, you have to stay away from them. Because these people, they are carefree, they are careless, they don't have any real life. They are dangerous people. And they're going to drag you down the pitfall with them. Do not associate your life with them. They are a cancer to society. They live their life as drag queen. Don't deal with them. You need to deal with friends that are good. People who have strong mindset. You may not agree with everything a friend says, but if that person is a good person, you will see their point of view are good. You need to be able to distinguish yourself from the bad. And don't feel offended. Don't feel sympathetic for them. If someone is bad from your point of view, if someone is bad from what you want to become, put yourself away from them. I'm telling you, there are people I know for sure they are cancer into what my life is, and I know I don't want to associate my life with them. And I urge you to do the same way right now. Don't have the fear of God. Take yourself away from their little circle, because these people don't have any fear of the Lord. And anyone who doesn't have the fear of God is a broken person. And a broken person, you cannot fix that person. Only them can fix themselves. So stay away from them and live your life in peace.